Okay, gang, it's Ivan Han here. You know me, you love me, you want to be me, and some of you are me because I'm watching me. Hi. Some of you want to know what's in my to go bag when I go out and film nature videos, take photos, do different things when I'm not in my home studio because my home studio stuff is different than what's in my backpack. And first off, I'm going to start with the backpack. This is an amazing, amazing bag that my sister got me for Christmas one year. It's by the Mosmo, Mosiso, or Osisow company. I don't know, but it's a really, really, really amazing backpack with multiple compartments for all sorts of photo stuff. I'm sure you can use it for other things, but there's a bunch of compartments that you can take out, rearrange, move around depending on what kind of cameras you use, what kind of lenses you have, etc. Um, it's not a huge backpack, so if you have those giant lenses, it won't fit in there, but it's a decent bag for the stuff that I have, and I'm going to show you what I have, counting 1, 2, 4. So first off, we're going to start with the camera. The camera is the most important thing to going out and shooting photography, because without a camera, you're just going out there with nothing. I guess you can use your phone, which is what I'm using today, which is why my video looks a little different than normal. So this is my Canon. This is my Canon EOS Rebel T7i. This is a mid-range camera. I like the T7i over the T7 because it has one of those screens that flips. And as somebody who does a lot of recording of themselves, I like being able to view myself. I hate a fixed angle monitor on a camera. Yeah, you can hook up a view screen to it, but I want to be able to see myself, or even just like if I'm shooting in the wild or if I'm trying to get a weird angle, I want to be able to move it, and I can do that with this camera, which is really cool. There's a lot of times I'll be using it top down and using the screen like this. Fully touch screen, takes all the Canon EFS lenses, and I love it. On here right now, I just have the stock lens that came with it, the 1855, I believe it is. Yeah, 1855 lens and a lens cap. It also looks weird because I have a cheap Vivitar battery extender. So this takes your one battery compartment and makes it two, which is super convenient for somebody who forgets to bring extra batteries, or when you film in cold climates like I do. A lot of times batteries tend to drain when it's like below freezing outside, and a lot of times I'll be outside in below freezing and my battery dies. Having the two of them against the camera, which is usually in the bag, or against my warm body helps a lot. And just a typical tripod foot on the bottom of this, which I have many tripods. Tripods I get everywhere. I have a really good tripod. I have a really crappy Amazon tripod. I pick them up everywhere, leave them in different cars, different rooms, different parts of the house, etc., because you never know when you're going to need a tripod. Speaking of tripod, I have plenty of little itty-bitty tripods. I have decent ones, bad ones, crappy ones, etc. These are interesting. It's rare that I'll ever use these unless I want to get a really good low shot. These are those like knockoff Gorilla Pods that you can kind of like wrap around anything, including an arm, which I've done before. These are fun to have. Where's my other one? This one came with something very simple, doesn't do anything, but it gets very low. This is a very low to the flow tripod, which I love. I'll use that a lot of times when I'm like at a body of water, like at the beach or something, and I have like a GoPro with me, or a waterproof device. Then I have my shotgun mic, which is another off-brand. It's a Takstar SGC 598 mic. It does the job quite well. It's very shotgun. It's very, like, if you're over here, no, yes, no, yes. Doesn't pick up anything around it. It's a lot better than the built-in microphone than that. And if I'm out on site, or if I'm out doing nature stuff, if I'm out just filming myself and I don't want to put on a lav, this is perfect. It takes a AA battery, which sometimes I get the rechargeable, sometimes I won't. Online it says the battery lasts 200 recording hours. I've never filmed that much with it in one go, or remembered to time a battery. Super cool. Some basic settings. Awesome. Little super small to go microphone. Then I have cleaning cloths. Tons of cleaning cloths. I got this one free from Canon at a convention. What else do I have in here? I have a bendable flash, which is good, a little strobe. I have a eye cup for my camera. Sometimes I use different eye cups to put over my eye to block out different types of light depending on where I am. Yeah, it's an inhaler. Sometimes when you're on the hiking trail, you need to carry your medications, and here I have an inhaler, insulin because I got the diabetes, and allergy pills because you never know what you're going to need when you're on the go. Now let's talk lenses. This is another one that came with the kit with the camera. This is my Canon 55 to 250 millimeter zoom autofocus lens. Love this little sucker. It's super crisp, super clear, but I do have another lens that beats this out. This. Don't yell at me for not having a lens cap on it. It's in the other room. This is a old film 35 millimeter camera lens that I bought a adapter for, and I can plug this right into any of my Canon cameras, or this Canon camera. A little adapter that goes into the back of this. Let's turn that back on. Put the foot back on that lens cap. And yeah, this is just a Camero, K-A-M-E-R-O, auto zoom. Not even sure what the auto zoom is. 85 to 210 millimeter lens. I love this thing. It has good zoom. It has good focus. It's just super fun. Pick that up, I believe, at a camera shop that was part of a auction place. Where are my other lenses? I do some of my older lenses. I don't have the lens caps for anymore, and I'm too cheap to go out and buy lens caps, but I use socks. I have brand new socks that I use for my lens caps. Lenses always stay in this bag, or I have a hard gun case that I keep all my camera stuff in, so they're normally in a safe spot, but I always, so they don't get scratched, I keep them in socks. This camera lens is kind of special. This is a Yashi, Y-A-S-H-I-C-A lens. This is the lens that my mom used to have on her 35 millimeter camera growing up. And I bought another, it's hard to take off, adapter to go onto this lens to be able to go onto all of my Canon camera, onto my Canon DSLR. And it's special because it's the one that took most of our childhood photos. And it's also just a really good fixed lens, good prime lens. It's a 50 millimeter lens, and it's really good for video and for photos. It's crisp, it's super clean, it's super sharp, and I just love it. The only issue is I do sometimes hate manual focus. I'm an autofocus boy. I like to, when you're out in nature, sometimes you got to get that going quick, and you don't have time. You need to, but autofocus sometimes is the devil because it just won't focus on what you want to focus on. Now, super special lens, super cheap lens. This lens is I was trying to find some kind of wide angle adapter for my Canon stock lens, kit lens, and this one is just a wide angle adapter that screws on to the front of your lens, and it gives a really big fisheye angle. Don't know if it actually tells me. 0.43x wide angle lens. It does its job. It's glass. It does the job, and you take the end off. It's a 2-for-1 deal. It does macro, so it takes super close-up macro photos. So super cool, super cheap, and for the amount of times that I use it or really don't use it, it was worth like the $20, and I'm not going to spend the money on a regular expensive wide angle lens. Then I have a film canister because I still shoot in film. So inside of this film canister, I keep my SD cards because it's ironic and because it is air, dirt, and water tight, because these film containers are just super amazing at keeping everything out. So I have just a bunch of different SD cards. Right now I have 2 full size, 1 micro. Then I have this little adapter that is a USB-A to USB-C adapter, so I can plug SD cards into my cell phone and transfer data, put data on, files on, etc. But yeah, I love keeping them in a little film canister. And just some other junk that I have in here: USB charger, which is probably dead, a trail map of a park that I went to, random receipts, money, a giant red D20, and that's about it. Some remnants of film boxes of old, and just some random film photo filters for the front of my camera, just different polarizing filters and some other stuff. Oh yeah, business cards. You always want to have random business cards for yourself. If somebody's like, hey, I see you're doing photos, you want to do something for me? Yes, make that money. In here, I have my wired lapel microphone and something really cool. It is a wired, I don't want to pull it out, just a bunch of wires, but it's a wired, bunch of wires, shutter release for my camera, and I use it mainly for videos. Because if I'm sitting in a room like this and I have my DSLR, a lot of times it's just me, the camera, an empty room, so I don't have anybody to press go. And a lot of times these video cameras, these DSLRs, time out after like 15 seconds or so to save your battery, and which is amazing because I'm always forgetting to charge my batteries. And having an old go button is amazing because you can just be sitting here and press it for recording, stopping, etc. Now this one came from an old VHS, massive full tape VHS camcorder that I found, and still works, does its job, on, off, done. Super long cable, so I could have the camera anywhere. And it's also helpful for when you're on shoots and stuff and you're trying to move whoever you're taking photos of. You can just, okay, move, get out of shot, click, done. Oh, laptop. My laptop always changes. Right now, this is an HP little touchscreen, semi-light computer. My partner is in IT, so I always have a different computer. Whatever he finds, gets, rebuilds, whatever. But this one right now is just my favorite to go. I have Photoshop and Lightroom on it. I'm an Adobe boy. I love Adobe. I use the entire Adobe suite when I'm editing all my videos, but that's usually for the other shows and other stuff. But yeah, so that's what's in my camera bag. Let me know in the comments below, what else should I have in my camera bag to make my trip so much better. Oh, I'm charging it right now, but I also keep 3 batteries, which are on the charger, and 2 battery chargers for each battery. One's a 2 off-brand battery, one's a Canon, came with it, battery and charger. So those are charging now because I need those for another shoot. And yeah, let me know in the comments below, what should I have in my camera bag? And give me a thumbs up if you like this, and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. And I'll make another video once I move into a new studio of my studio equipment, because that's much different, well, I use the same camera and lenses, but it's much different than what I take with me on the go, because you really don't need an audio mixer while you're on the go. Thanks for watching. Bye.